so starting a new job today. Pretty decent sized stumping and grading job. So got about somewhere between 50 and 60 stumps, all decent size out there. We got a couple out front. We're gonna regrade the front yard so it's nice and flat. We're gonna pull everything here, kind of regrade the front. Might have to haul in some fill, or I'm gonna grade it, and then the homeowner's gonna decide if they want some more. Got 3 trees to take down over on that side. Well, the homeowner's gonna take them down. I'm gonna help them out with it. Get rid of those, then basically piling all the stumps up over in this corner probably, and they're gonna get picked up by a grapple truck, so I don't have to be here, which is nice. So I'm gonna get started, and I'll check back in a whole bunch of times with you. All right, made it good ways. So I'll kind of get everything on this left-hand side and getting them all out, and then I'll shuttle them all down to the end. So I get a lot of questions on how I quote getting rid of the stumps. And the only way I will do it is telling the customer that I will give it to them at cost. And I really do. I provide them with the receipts. So if I'm trucking them, it's the dump fees, plus, you know, my trucking time, so that just depends. So usually I give them like a flat rate per load. Or, for instance, here, we're a long ways away from where I usually take them. So I'm actually going to have the company come. They have a grapple truck, and they will pick them up. So I get a price for the grapple truck, and I give that to the customer and tell them, hey, it's this much a load. Whatever it is, it is. I've had problems before where I've underquoted, and then obviously I have to pay for that extra load or something. I find it's very hard to tell. I'm sure I'll get better at it as time goes on, but it's very hard to tell, even with demolition stuff, how much material will fit in a dumpster, or how many stumps will fit in the truck. I mean, if it's just a few, then I can just give them a flat rate, but when it's 50, 60 stumps like this, just give them the price. Obviously, I factor in my time to remove them and pile them up and everything, so I'm making money on that, but I'm not making money on the actual removal, which I'm fine with, because if it helps me get the job, because most people don't do that, and I still make my money removing them. Totally good with that. And you know what, it helps the customer out. They know that I'm trying to help them out and get them the best deal that I can to get their project done in the most cost-effective manner. So that is how I do it and why I do it. So I do spend the time to clean out the stumps. I don't just say, oh well, who cares? They're paying for it, right? So just right there's a stump. But so I don't do that. So take the time, clean it out, so they can get it done the least amount of trips and cheapest for the customer. So I got most of it stumped, and customer had 2 sinkholes in his yard, one way over there that I've already investigated, and this one, a little deep. So I think I'm at the bottom. So I'm getting good regular dirt now instead of loamy crap. So this was a pretty significant sinkhole. so actually got a decent amount out of this one. You can see all this wet crap there. Yeah, this is definitely the edge of it, but almost maxed out. That doesn't happen very often. So we will fill it back in. Kind of stinks that it's right along his driveway. This is why you don't bury stuff. It always comes back. I don't care what you do. The rocks down at the bottom. Start pulling it back in, and kind of as we go, I'll pack all the dirt in just with a bucket. Just a few more stumps. Everything here just finally got finished getting dig safe, so we'll move over there. Alright, so we got all the stumps out. I'm on the other side, all the stumps are out. So we got overhead wires, we got gas line, we got water line, and the sewer comes out over here. So lots of fun stuff pulling out the stumps. So now I'm just grading off, which is fine. We're not going to be deep enough to disturb any of the lines, so I just gotta be careful working around here. So basically just putting this whole front yard on a slope, nice even slope, and then we are actually reloaming this entire thing, but it's a little late in the season to be growing grass, so we are going to do that first thing in the spring for these guys. So that's the plan anyways. So I got the grading bucket and the tilt rotator on. And we'll grade everything up nice out here. And then we'll probably just put final touches on in the spring would be my guess. Guys, so started day 2. Right before I left, I got the hole out front graded. I'll show you that later, but we got all the stumps piled up. We got the brush. The homeowner is cutting that up. I told him the smaller he makes it, the more we can fit in the truck, the less it's going to cost him. So he didn't mind doing that, which is great. So I'm starting my cut. So basically, they want more level ground up here. They really want this whole area here level. So I'm gonna kind of cut the slope at a more gradual angle and move all the fill up here to give them more of a level area. So they had a whole bunch of contractors when they were getting quotes, quote them to haul in a crap ton of fill to do this, and I told them that I didn't think they needed fill, or maybe even just less, a lot less than was quoted. I think it was like 500-600 yards of fill to bring in to haul in here. Other people had quoted them, so I convinced them to let me grade it up for them how I thought it would look nice, and then if they still want fill, we can do that, but at least try and save them some money and not have to haul in the fill. So I'd much rather, I get people ask me all the time, well, why wouldn't you just haul it in and you can make more money? But I'd much rather, if the customer's happy, save them money and do a good job rather than make a little bit more money on the job and make it so they tell their friends to use me, rather than trying to screw people over on every job and squeeze every dime out of somebody. I don't think that's right. So as long as I still make money doing this part, I'm all good, which I should. I factored it all in. So basically I'm making a rough cut, then I'll throw the tiltrotator back on and go back through and do some fine grading. So here's a little tip, because we're on a huge slope here and will be even more as we go. I never start the dig right at the toe of the slope, because if anything rolls, especially here, it's going into the road. So I start up a little ways and just leave like a 1 foot cut down. So that way if anything rolls, anything falls out of my bucket, it's going to get stopped by that. And then just when I go through for my final pass, we'll cut that final little lip out. So, little thing that I do. That way I don't have to go chasing rocks into the road. Tell you what, you can sure move some dirt. Oh, get a log. With this bucket, I love it. It's got that long bottom, goes into the ground so easy. You can pick up rocks really easy. Alright guys, so I've got the cut, final grade up here. So I'm just going from where I cut down here and grading off now. So I don't know if you can see the time over here, but I think I last checked in with you at like 9 a.m. This is on a Saturday too. So I threw the track on this, which if you've ever thrown a track like this on a machine like this, it's not very fun. And we've determined that the previous owner most likely took at least 1 to 2 links out of the tracks. So they are extremely tight. They don't have any room to get back on. So it really, really stinks to use PG words to get it back on. So, no, I did not film it. I lost about 3 hours messing with the thing, but I ended up getting it back on by myself. Little ingenuity and curse words, got it back on. So we are pretty much just finished grading this up, and then my Saturday will be over. Just way later than I thought, but that's what happens when you own your own business. Sometimes you gotta put in those extra hours and make it work. So I'll check back in with you again once we're at the end, but yeah, place is looking pretty good. All right, finished up. Filled all this in. So basically pulled the slope back so there's more of an even slope down there. We're going to loam everything in the spring. Got 300 yards. It's just too late in the season now. We don't want to risk it. So we'll come in with a skid steer, let it all settle over the winter, smooth it all off one more time with a skid steer, and then spread the loam. Here's the front. Just kind of got rid of the hump in the middle, pulled a couple stumps, moved this tree over here away from the house for them. That's pretty much it.